Christopher asked, do you take on underwater or short sale properties in probate?
Yes.
You want to describe what that process looks like or what your strategy is there?
So it really depends on the situation. If it's a short sale property, let me clarify. So I've never done a short sale in probate. I have done foreclosures and I have a really amazing story that was so fascinating, but it really depends on the situation. And it's pretty much, that's what people come to me all the time, but what if it's foreclosure and it's probate? It's the same thing. We just have to rush and make sure that we get into action immediately.
Right.
So I had one here in Santa Clara. The family called me. They said, we haven't paid for 5 years. My dad passed away 5 years ago. The auction date is in 2 weeks.
Mm.
And I said, okay, let's sign the listing agreement. I'm sorry, we didn't sign the listing agreement yet. I said, let's get into action. Let's hold off the auction date and then we'll sign the listing agreement. Well, probate, the probate department, as you know, the court is super delayed. I called my friend Eric, who works there, and I said, hey, there's this family who's going to lose their home in 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And he said, ask the attorney. They didn't have an attorney. I referred an attorney to them. She filed the motion. They were able to move the case so quickly that we stopped the auction, literally the Friday before Monday. So the family called me in tears. They're like, oh my goodness, thank you. And I'm like, you need to pay your stuff and fix your probate situation. So I was able to help them in that way. I don't think they're going to sell, but if they do, they're going to select me because I helped them through that process. And that's ideally what I want to do. Mm-hmm. But I think foreclosures or short sales, I think it should be the same. I've never done a short sale through probate, but it's pretty much the same. The only difference is there's a legal side and there's deadlines. Right. And of course you need to know that, and you can't jump the gun and do things. For example, if the notice of proposed action hasn't been sent out, I've heard about cases where people try to sell the house before that. I'm like, no, you have to know the legal stuff as well. Because then the family and the personal representative can really get into hot water. Right. When that happens. So to me, it's pretty much the same. You just really have to understand the goal. Right. And the timeframes. And if you can't wait until the notice, the due date, you need to talk to the attorney and get them to expedite that somehow, do an ex parte motion or do whatever they need to do to ensure that everyone is protected. Right.